So we're going to be starting off with an FAQ. Here's some of the retarded and non-retarded questions that some of you have been asking, not specifically about OFM, just the general area and AI and all sorts. So we're going to go through a few of them now. Hopefully this helps. If you've got some more questions, feel free to put them in the comments and we will get back to you. Hopefully on another video. If not, we'll get back to you in the comments. Got any questions, please ask.
Unless they're retarded. If you ask a retarded question and it's definitely retarded.
If you think it may be retarded, it probably is, so don't ask it. Once again, we are open to answer questions, so feel free to ask.
So, very common retarded question we get all the time, which is always covered within the video, but it's asked anyway in the comments, and that is, how do you verify AI models on OnlyFans? Now, this is something that we only cover in our course. If this was public information, everyone would be on OnlyFans with an AI model and you wouldn't have to ask the retarded question. So it is in our course. It's only £100. It's a couple meal deals. Just cut out Diet Coke for the week and you'll be able to afford it. Unless you're from a third world country. In that case, there's plenty of people selling it illegally anyway. So you'll probably find it online. But anyway, if you want an actual community with it as well, that only comes with the course. You don't get that with the
illegally sold fucking course.
The undesirables selling the illegal courses, you don't get a community, which is probably the main part of the course anyway. But yeah, it's only in the course. But is that the main purpose of our course? No. A lot of people come into the course thinking that it's going to be some next level expert AI stuff. We're not artificial intelligence experts. We manage OnlyFans girls and we have figured out a method which has allowed us to put AI models onto OnlyFans and other platforms as well. We are not computer nerds. We don't sit behind a fucking computer and generate models all day. That's not what we do. We do OnlyFans management. So if you're joining the course purely to learn how to generate AI, check out the channel and we teach you how to do this literally on the channel. You don't have to buy the course for this. And it is as basic as it sounds. Just a couple hours on your computer screen, you'll figure it out by yourself. Stop being lazy and do your own research.
However, if you have watched some of these videos and you kind of want the advanced level, that is coming out very shortly. Like we said, we're not personally great with the computers when it comes to this sort of coding and all this bollocks, but we found people that are, and they are releasing a course which we have been getting amongst as well, so that should be out shortly. Verifying AI models on OnlyFans is actually mentioned in our course, so that's the only way you can kind of get access to that. So stop asking that in the fucking comments, or keep asking it and you're not getting any replies still. So,
or ask it in the comments because it's funny.
So everyone's always obsessed with OnlyFans, OnlyFans, OnlyFans. There's other platforms in this world that can accept AI models without verification strategies. So if you are struggling, get on one of them.
Yeah, one of them, FanView, is the big one. FanView is literally pushing for AI models to be put on their platform. What's that chick's name? Anita or whatever?
Oh, mate, it's Spanish.
Pink-haired AI model that you've seen online, which is probably the reason you're watching the video. Yeah, she's on FanView and plenty of other AI models on FanView as well. So just go onto FanView, sign up. It's literally free to sign up and they have way better discoverability features than OnlyFans anyway. So you will make money.
Right, next question that some of you have been asking. This is probably more specifically models been asking this one. Do you need to declare tax as a model? Now, the answer is yes, if you're going above obviously the 12 grand or the minimum tax bracket for your country. So obviously we're not fucking accountants here. We're not gonna start going into some mad depth, but if I was you and you were a model by yourself and you're starting to earn quite a bit of money, get an accountant. They're going to sort everything out for you. You explain your situation. It's not very hard to set it all up. The accountant will take control of pretty much all of it and help you out down that path. If you do get a manager, they're not normally going to bother with all your taxes because that's kind of your personal problem, your personal shit that you need to sort out. So the OnlyFans managers probably aren't going to bother, but most of the time they will have contacts to accountants that you can get.
Right, so another one is, shall I spend money on my model? Now, obviously, yes you should. People assume that, you go into OFM and you just manage this model, you promote her on fucking OnlyFans and all the free platforms, and you do all the free stuff. Put a lot of time in, fair enough, yeah, if you earn money from free methods, fair enough. But most of the time you're going to need to actually invest some fucking money. You're not going to keep 100% of your agency split because agencies have certain expenses that they need to cover. You don't take this out of the model's pocket because that's just, why the fuck would you do that? Like, taking out of their percentage to cover expenses that you as an agency are there to do. That is just not right at all. So a lot of people assume that, the profit margins are so high of OFM, and they are compared to other business models, but they're not, it's not 100%. You're still going to need to spend money on other marketing methods and other things, equipment, things like this, cover travel for your model if she's fucking going somewhere. All these kind of things are going to be expenses to your agency. So yes, you're going to need to spend money on your models.
And most of the time in OFM, you get 40-50% split, sometimes even more. That isn't all going in your pocket. If it is, you're doing the fucking job wrong. What you're meant to be doing is reinvesting quite a bit of that back into that model to be able to promote that model and get her the ranks. Obviously, if it's a 1% model, they're obviously using a lot of money to do marketing, or they're very, very good at marketing and manage to do it for free. But most of the time they're spending a lot of money on marketing, and that is normally coming out of the manager's pocket, which is absolutely fine because they're going to get it in return in the long run. If you do your marketing well, the model will grow quickly and then you'll start getting more money anyway. But that 50% isn't all yours. Reinvest it back into the model. The model will feel good about this. They'll stay with your agency. There's just so many benefits of reinvesting back into your model.
Now, a lot of people ask about softwares such as Inflow, Creator Hero, and very common question is, can multiple people log on to Inflow? And yeah, this is one of the main features of Inflow. It's kind of like a chatting software. You get your chatters onto the software, and you know, they don't hold any of your passwords. All the proxies are kind of sorted out, so there's no need to do any of this kind of thing. Inflow sorts this all out. So I do recommend, if you know you have a few models and you're starting to hire chatters, investing in a software such as Inflow, because it makes management of these platforms so much easier.
So obviously AI models is a big one, not just in the OFM space, but in the whole of the world right now. Might be a bit of an over-exaggeration, but if you're watching this in 2 months, then this will not be an over-exaggeration. So what can you do with AI, specifically AI models? Now, they don't just have to be on FanView or OnlyFans or all of this, they don't just have to be a model within that kind of sex industry. They can also be models elsewhere, such as we mentioned the other day, some hairdressing companies, they have a website, they need to create some hair designs. They get AI models, bang the fucking hairstyle, bang them on the website. Saves them from actually getting someone in, cutting their fucking hair, taking some pictures, putting it up. Saves them from doing that, because that's most likely going to lose them quite a bit of money. They just, small investment, or even learn how to make AI models, make them designs, bang it on their website, bang on Facebook, bang on wherever they promote their hairdressing. Simple, done. That is how AI models can be used in other areas. Another area,
you can use them as actual fashion models / Instagram models, so they don't have to just do nude modeling. They can do actual real life modeling, and you know, you can put branded, there's softwares that you can put branded clothes onto models, and basically the same thing as, you know, a real model coming in, setting up a photo studio, taking loads of professional pictures, hiring a photographer, making an AI model. It's so much more simple. Plus, you only require one person if that person's good at all the AI stuff. So that is obviously another purpose of AI models as well.
Obviously, there's other things, tattoo artists, they can use AI models to present their tattoos. You know, once again, like fashion design, easily present their products via fashion on AI models. So there's loads of different things. We can keep mentioning loads more, but you'll slowly be able to see that AI is not just for the OFM space, it is for fucking everything. So if you learn how to make these, you are becoming a very valuable person in multiple realms, especially as time goes on and AI advances. Right, another question, can I start OFM with absolutely zero money? Now the answer is yes. Would you want to do that? Probably not. It'll be a lot harder, it'll be a big challenge to start with absolutely zero. It is doable, but if you do want to grow a lot quicker and have probably 3-4 months advancement, it's probably best that you do invest small amounts of money into OFM.
We have done a whole video on starting OFM with $0 budget in the past, so go check that out on the channel. Simple to find, plus it'll answer it in a lot more depth.
So I know a lot of photographers, video editors, and all of this, they've been asking questions about AI and asking if their job is secure. Now, I'm going to briefly answer this. Obviously, I'm not personally a photographer myself. However, I've spoken to quite a few photographers and editors, etc. And they've been telling me just a few things that how AI has been advancing their jobs. So, first example, photographers. How is that going to help them? So, like we were saying, most of the time you don't even need a photographer. You don't need to go to model photo shoots anymore. You just AI gen a model. Simples. So photographers are losing work in that kind of perspective. However, they're always going to be required when it comes to influential figures. For example, if me and Kyle wanted to go drive some fucking Lambos or something along these lines, and we wanted a photographer to take pictures of us because we didn't fancy having a fucking selfie stick driving in a fucking Lambo at 120, like, so if we didn't want to do that, we could hire a photographer. They could easily take pictures. We could AI gen that, but then once again, you kind of want to get real expressions, kind of authenticity in them images, which you're not going to be able to get through AI. So yes, photographers are always going to be needed. Is their workload going to decrease? Yes, but they're always going to be required.
So with kind of video editors, things like this, AI will take your job very, very soon. Sorry to say it fucking will. Things like CapCut are already adding in features, and CapCut's like a $10 a month for the pro version. So people are going to spend a $10 a month rather than, you know, $10 per video. That's very cheap. It's going to be a lot more than $10 per video if you're hiring an editor. But CapCut, $10 per month, and you get all the same features. You know, it cuts out all the pauses. It does auto correction on your brightness, on your camera quality, etc. And, you know, take away the shakes out of your camera. All this kind of thing is very, very quickly going to take over the video editing space. So all you fuckers, you know, making shorts for $30 a video, good luck in a couple months time, because there's already software that can do that for you.
However, the problem is a lot of people, they don't quite know yet that AI can do this because they've never edited videos in their life. So if I was you right now and I was a video editor, get as much fucking work in as you can, because video editing has just pretty much halved in time, halved in effort, because you can start using AI to get this done a lot quicker. So get as much work in, charge them at the same price, because they don't know that you have these capabilities at the moment. A few months, they're gonna know. So fucking get in there quick, get your money and get out if I was you. And one of the last questions we're actually gonna cover today is how much work should your model be doing a month? I understand a lot of you have a few models that work about once a month. Now, they can work once a month, however, they're going to be making pretty shit amounts of money, especially if they're very new into the OnlyFans space and don't have that much content to be able to play around with. You're going to have to make a lot of content, most likely going to have to get on AI because they're being too lazy to be able to work. So once a month, not really acceptable, not really workable, and they should definitely be working more than that.
Obviously, you still want to keep the model's workload as low as you can, because that is, you know, why they go into OnlyFans. They want a low workload. They don't really want to work an actual job. They don't want to do work. So you still want to keep the workload as low as possible. And if you can, you know, if it was possible to get all your content done in one day that you require for that month, sure, go for it. But that's a very hard task to actually realistically do, because you're gonna have to jump on trends. You're gonna have to, you know, do live streams with your model if that's the kind of route you're going down. Working once a month is, you know, would be ideal if you can actually do that. However, not realistic at all. So, you know, a couple times a week or just a little bit every day for your model is, you know, optimal for growth, because your models, they don't want to work much. So you do want to keep their work rate very, very low, and it is going to be low no matter what you fucking choose. But remember that you're going to have to hop on certain trends and actually keep up to date with content. So a little bit more than once a month will surpass you for the rest of the month.
And if you want to get to the place where you're sub 1%, then you're going to be working quite a bit as a model, unfortunately. However, it will definitely pay off, because obviously get the money. So it's basically, so the more your model works, then the more you can maximize what that content will do. So for example, model works once a week, you maximize that content for that whole week, good. However, if she worked 3 times a week, you maximize that 3 times in that week, then you're going to be getting a lot more income, a lot more marketing, there's a lot more things you can do when model works 3 days a week. So the workload is significantly decreased compared to a normal 9 to 5 as a model, but still don't take the piss, still get to work and try to get as much done as you can. You're going to grow so much quicker if you're doing a lot more work.
These were some frequently asked questions, some retarded, some not. If you want to ask some more retarded and non-retarded questions in this comment system, feel free, and if they are retarded and non-retarded enough, we will make another video and get back to you. On that note, as mentioned, we do have a course, we do mentorship as well. So these 2 things can be found in the description, how to apply to the mentorship. Basically just message me on Instagram, message the word OFM, very, very simple. And the course, there's just a link in the bio. It's super cheap, and it is the cheapest investment you can possibly make into your business. It teaches you everything you need to know about OFM, plus you get a fucking fat out community which you can communicate with, and they're also doing the same thing as you.
Yeah, we're still recruiting models as well, so if a model needs help, feel free to message us. If we don't take you on board personally, we'll find you a manager that is good and respectable that will. So feel free to message us as well.